Yo, what up? Sorry about the wait. Long weekend of work, and I am pretty keen for it to be behind me. And also, of course, a lot of other stuff has been happening in the PvP space. Which has been crazy to deal with. This is actually like a really bad lead. Oh boy, this is... I'm just gonna get out of here. There is no point. That was... I have not encountered any... like, as bad a team comp as that since I started using this team. And, like, I don't think you can get worse. Like, literally. Like, name me two harder counters. Far out. That's one. Hey, the doctor with the sub. What up? That is... How is the Razor Leaf doing more damage than the Shadow Claws? That's craziness. I will give you the proper attention in a bit, Doctor. Alright, so surely I'm getting a shield here. Can I think I can. Let's go. Get to a seed bomb. So I can get the second shield. So now I am 2 shields up. What's the third Pokemon gonna be? I will shield this because Gorgeist is a low charge move pressure Pokemon. It could be foul play. That's definitely foul play. No, Seed Bomb? Okay. That's acceptable. So I've got Victini with a shield advantage against a mystery Pokemon in the back. Okay, this will be fine. I'll win this. I can tank a body slam. And then just double V create. Alright, well, the Doctor, 010. It says you're a first-time chatter. I'm gonna assume, there are 2 options. Either you are someone who, from the goodness of your heart, just travels along Twitch looking for someone to drop your Prime sub into, and then does that and makes their day, or you've been watching for a while and just haven't spoken. If it's the former, you won't be aware that I do this, and that is to thank you properly for your Prime sub. I really appreciate it. It's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Pallet Town PvP community. If you are in the Pallet Town Discord, that does get you access to like a couple of extra channels in there. If you're a Discord user, and I hope that you enjoy the content. Whereabouts are you from? Canada. I know a fair few battlers from Canada. Mostly on the eastern side, Toronto. Toronto's eastern, right? Ah, nice. Nice. How long have you been watching for? 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I can tank that. Whew. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am going to shield that one. So they're at 5 counters. 6. Okay, that's another body slam. Interesting that they're not going to build straight up. They don't want me to build up all the energy, I guess. So they're at 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will catch up on Doctor's messages in a second. So they switched straight out after the Hydro Cannon, didn't they? Four. If they've got Noctowl in the back, we lose. I need to always prepare for the Noctowl. When there's a Swampert in the front, there's definitely a Noctowl in the back. When there is a Vigoroth in the front, there's probably a Noctowl. But there ain't no way that we are going to C-bomb this thing down before it gets to multiple sky attacks. Not even close. More central and been watching for at least a few months. I'm from Atlantic Canada, so New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Atlantic is... So I think of Atlantic as in terms of the US, which is Eastern. I know there's in the US there's Pacific and Atlantic, or Pacific and Atlantic. So when you say Atlantic Canada, I do think of that Eastern Seaboard. Hey, Gardevoir. How are you this weekend? I'm not going to be as chatty tonight because trying to get through as many of these battles as I can. I got Stardust to collect. Now, with the Noctowl lead, you've got to just take out as much of this thing as possible. 7. I will actually shield the first one, to be honest. Just in case they try and switch out. Now I threw on CMP. That was kind of bad practice on me. I've been trying to practice waiting a turn. Like throwing off of CMP and then waiting a turn so that they don't catch. Now we can tank one sky attack fine. And this is where we wait a turn. Okay, so that worked. Oh boy, the camera's gone out of focus already. Ooh, that is a Talonflame. Three. I think I'm gonna have to tank this. I'm gonna turn this camera off and on quickly. Oh, yuck. Okay, so I will shield here. So what do we have? We had Noctowl in the lead, so it could be Vigoroth in the back. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, it's Razor Leaf. Hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we got the Aerial Ace off. They're probably not going to shield though. So, I mean, we beat them to the Aerial Ace. Yeah, okay. So now we have to rely on confusioning down. I mean, this won't KO. So we can get a bit more Shadow Claw damage in. In fact, we might even be able to farm down. Nope, not quite, but one confusion will do it. They shouldn't get to a charge move. Okay, that was wild. Skarmory is spawning for me in the wild for some reason. Saw 3, caught 2. I mean, it's pretty common to get 3 of a certain Pokemon in a certain spot. I'm not impressed until I see a lot more than 3. Oh man, we are at 9 subs now. So we are one step closer to the hot tub stream. Which I am nervous about actually putting into effect. Oh, now I think I should actually have switched straight out into Victini, I feel. I'm gonna let this go. That was bad timing. I'm worried about the Noctowl in the back. See, the problem with just letting your Vigoroth go is that they brought the Noctowl out here, which is good. So I'm happy to double shield if necessary. So they know that I'll be able to beat them to 2 V-Creates. So they'll probably not shield this one. Or they'll try and catch the second one. Oh, snap! They must have miscounted. That's a pretty big deal. How much HP did the first... What was the first Pokemon again? What was the lead? That was the Claydol. Oh, yeah, no, we're in a really good spot. So now we just have to make sure that they don't catch. The Claydol should not be able to get to a move. We survive a bulldoze easily. Now the Claydol is going to come out, I imagine. No. There it is. GG. So Trevenant actually very, very good if you draw out the flyer. And for some reason, so often when I've brought out Victini, they've countered with the Noctowl. Lickitung, let's go. Doctor says, still jelly, would love some Skarm spawns. Do you have a Skarmory? Or do you need that XL for Ultra League? Because I'm in that camp. I need Ultra League XLs to build that Ultra League Skarm. I do have a 98% that I would love to build. So we're at 2657 now. I was battling earlier today at work, and I got 13 wins in a row with this team. So I was really on the slide, and then I recovered pretty much all of what I'd lost this week so far. Both, I never got a good Great League one. Oh no. Skarmory's a weird one. Skarmory used to be like the top of the meta, and then just so much came out that threatened it. Like so many steel tanks, so many Bastiodons and G-Fisks and Registeels. Okay, so I stay in here. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8. I wish I'd been a little bit quicker on that switch. I considered letting through that Brave. I thought it was going to be Stone Edge, but either Stone Edge, Brave Bird, they both KO. But no, Psychic is the wrong move here. Do not throw Psychic, trainer. Yep, that was a lot of extra energy for like Psychic literally does less damage than V-Create. The good news is that we got off another V-Create, which I doubt they'll want to shield. And see, that wouldn't have happened if we hadn't thrown the Psychic. That is excellent that they shielded that. Because now we match up the Trevenant against the Stunfisk, which is a very hard wall. And they quit, probably because they had Vigoroth in the back. Got a great League Skarmory on the last battle day, really. And have a lucky one waiting to be built for Ultra League. So what rank was the Great League one? Yeah, it needs fighting coverage. Yeah, for sure. Oh man, imagine if it had like an Earthquake. That would be absolutely bonkers. Yeah, Flying Press. Flying Press would be absolute madness. There you go, okay. Didn't realize you could do that with, Wait, do the GBL encounters have, IV floors? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I always should. Yeah, bummer. Seven, 8. Oh shit. Yeah, this is very poor on my part. So yeah, I'm playing pretty badly on this battle so far. The fact that they didn't bring out Noctowl is interesting. I still think that they've got one in the back. There it is. But they've got a shield advantage. So I've got to hope that they don't guess I've got Trevenant. meaning they choose to keep the shield. Don't shield, 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 don't shield. Shit. Technically, Skarm could get count. Is that right? Please don't. Imagine if that was the change they made this season. Was, in the upcoming season of Go Battle League, Skarmory will have access to counter. My word. Would that be terrible? Man, I am so annoyed that I didn't throw that extra V-Create. On Battle Day, no minimum IV. That's right. That's right. Now I remember. So, okay, let's see if I was quick enough this time. Oh no, I am not going to get there in 3 confusions like I was going to with the last one. Blast burn? Oh, we could have survived that. Okay, so they are going to KO the Victini. But that's fine. We'll keep this shield. They still have 2 shields, interestingly. So they need anti-grass, so it's probably Noctowl in the back. It would have been really nice to... Oh, hello. Oh, shit. Is Trevenant anti-grass? I guess it is, isn't it? And so is Blaziken, I guess. This is good that they're not shielding these, because now we can actually try and Shadow Claw farm them down. I think it's Seed Bomb. I lost count, but definitely gonna shield anyway. I also lost count of the Stunfisk, so maybe I'll be able to get to a second Seed Bomb. Maybe. Oh, I think so! Let's go! Oh, that was tight. Tight. Wow. You had to play your sets today, and same with the Doctor. The Doctor, it'll be really early for you, won't it? It'll be like, I don't know, I imagine it'd be 6 AM or something over there. Nine AM. Oh, okay, yeah. Nine's fine. Carter Fendi. G'day. Staying in with the Vig. Shouldn't have thrown on alignment. Should have waited that turn. I'm still not in that habit. If this is a sludge wave, I have encountered a sludge wave Swampert, and I'm fine with that. Oh, hello. I'm gonna let it go. They've double shielded now. They are 2 away from another Hydro. Oh, okay. Huh, okay. Wait, where did that extra mud shot come from? Oh, muddy water? What? Who's running Hydro Cannon Muddy Water? And there's the quit. Hydro Cannon Muddy Water. Now, okay. There are 2 possible conclusions that you can draw. Oh, okay. There, more conclusions are coming into my head. So, one thing that one thing that is very front of mind for me is that people who have watched the channel often will know how much I'm always on a crusade, an absolute mission to convince people that a person's current elo does not reflect their battle skill. Now, we don't know whether this person was aware of how bad Muddy Water is. Have you tanked your elo? No, I haven't. This is 2600s play. Like, now, people in the 3000s would say, oh yeah, that's 2600s play, but like, the rest of us know that that is not 2600s play, for lack of a better way of putting it. Gardevoir says, I played Muddy Water on my Ufisk for a set to counter all the Gliscor I was meeting. Okay, valid reason. I still don't know if it's the right decision, but hey, it's something, right? So, like, this person must have had a reason. Maybe they just want to really up their baiting game with Hydro Cannons. Ooh, that is Ice Fang. Ice Fang, what's it called? Hippowdon. Oh, look at that. 5, 6. Yeah, but I can tank one poison fang. That is fine. Three. Four, 5, 6. That's still just Poison Fang. I'm worried that it's Vigoroth in the back and now I've just been debuffed. Oh, hello. And goodbye. Nice. Nice. We're kind of just lucky we had the energy to get to the bulldoze there. Because a body slam wouldn't have been enough. Alright, we're... I think back into the 2700s now. It's possible they just play for fun and don't actually care. I mean, how fun is Muddy Water though? Like, I don't know if I'd have fun playing Muddy Water Swampert. Whenever I play, it's for funsies. Love bringing spicy things. I would actually probably like to bring spicy things a little more. So I'm kind of jealous. It's just that I've talked about it so much before. How I feel extra pressure to have a high rating because I put myself out there as an educator and a content creator, a leader, so to speak. Muddy Water doesn't even bring a sure attack drop if that's what they're after, like Feather Dance. Razor Shell, also something similar, I think. I think Razor Shell is more energy, isn't it? It's like 40? Don't invest too much time into the meta. As in, don't invest too much time into the meta, for sure. Poison move for Swampert is spicy too. It's spicy-ish, but, like, I get it. Like, I get Sludge Wave on Swampert. Hayden, I'm a whole exact 1k rank difference now. 1k rank difference from where you started, or 1k difference from me? Ooh, Donphan. We are going to switch into the Victini. 3, 4, 5. Two, 3, 4, 5. Do I shield a rock slide and get to another? Oh, they tried to farm me down, so that's 10 mudshots. Wow, the double shield. Double shield. I don't know if that's wise, trainer. Here's the problem. They've definitely got Noctowl in the back. I just screwed up majorly. I just screwed up really badly. There it is. Man. It's really annoying. There's always a Noctowl in the back. Are you kidding me? I'm judging myself, Ben. Noctowl the main meta. Yeah, I see Noctowl more than any other Pokemon. Not a lot of great interaction on YouTube tonight. I mean, that is a tough debate. I see Noctowl, then surprisingly Stunfisk G. Everywhere, every league, there's always a Noctowl. I am the meta. I am the one who knocks. Those who don't happen to know, we also stream on YouTube, and we are getting some weird shit happening on YouTube. Hayden, you're a mod on YouTube, aren't you? Can't remove that? I would like to mod you, but I am in the middle of something. This is problematic. I'm worried about that Swampert with shields down. I mean, if we... Well, I shouldn't be worried. If we win switch here, then we match the Trev against it. Yes! Okay. That's something. That's good. That's good. Okay, so they're on 5 Shadow Claws of Energies. 6, 7. Okay, we'll shoot here. Oh, we do not have enough time on the switch. Like, the switch clock is still way away from being up. Okay, so they are at 3 now. Yeah, the switch clock is just too fucking long. Fix the switch clock, Niantic. Like, I don't get angry about a lot that Niantic does. I've got a very, very high tolerance for Niantic. Like, it usually doesn't get... That's one thing that I really want them to get a hold of, is that freaking switch timer. It's so bad for PvP. Now, Hayden, what is your YouTube account name? Settings. Community. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Eh? Hayden 3000. Oh, there. How long have you been there, Lily Bear? Oh, I see Hayden 3000. Save. You'll probably have to refresh, but that should be all done. Switch clock is actually perfect, any less than easily abused. I disagree. I think I've always been saying 30 seconds, but pause the clock, the switch clock, between Pokemon. Artemis says 45-second switch timer. That's another option. I prefer the 30 and pause because, like, also taking out that switch clock burning between Pokemon would be really good for the game as well. Hurley says, I liked when we had half duration switch timer. Hayden on YouTube says, any English is Fian. And that's irony. Super Derek, hey, no switch timer would be fun. Just swap after every move, that would be amazing. I liked the recent trial of making the switch button disappear. I hope they keep that feature. Switch breaks the game sometimes. Sometimes after switch, my mon will stand idle for 2 to 4 quick moves. So that's bad. They need to fix that. Spend all day switching, no damage gets dealt. I saw Hayden struggling. Although shorter clocks do sound nice. Oh, now this one is a difficult one to deal with. I choose to deal with this by switching into the Victini. I'm gonna actually let this go. Being up a shield is gonna be handy. I think it threw 1 extra wing attack. Yeah, okay, so it should be 5 wing attacks to the next and 3rd sky attack. I will shield this and try and counter down. We've drawn out the Noctowl. Except the Noctowl's still there. Noctowl was able to switch out. Oh, okay, okay. We shield here. Because Psychic Fangs will actually take out a fair amount of damage from us, and we don't want to get farmed down. Ooh, that's not pretty. I don't think this is a win, boys and girls. I hesitated from throwing because I was worried about the catch. So yeah, I am struggling with Giraffe leads. The doctor says I wouldn't mind a week or so where instead of a themed meta, they do tweaks like 30-second switch timer. So Hayden, you are promising that I will respond to the YouTubers' messages, but I just have no idea how to respond to this person. So I don't know whether the appropriate way to deal with that is to remove it or to allow it. Okay, so they definitely have Noctowl. 6. That was, yeah, so 6 counters, that's just a body slam. But they are 1 away from actually maybe I should have shielded that. 2, 3, 4. Oh, hello. I'm happy to throw the V-Create here. We are going to make it. Okay, so now we don't make the same mistake. We know there's a Noctowl in the back. Oh, this is actually really good. Okay, so they're on 5. They're on a body slam. So now we send in the Trevenant. 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 9, 63. That could be Play Rough. This thing knows Play Rough. Nope. Okay, good. And that's another body slam. I think we are in the clear. There it is. You can do either. I don't know, Hayden. You decide. This actually isn't over, because that switch clock will run out before we can KO that Noctowl. And they're keeping the shield, interestingly. So I'm going to do the same. The Donphan, I'm pretty sure, has a body slam, or maybe it's dry. Oh, should have thrown Shadow Ball there. Shadow Ball would have KO'd. You'll let it slide? Alright. At what point do... At what point do you delete the messages? Like, if it keeps going all night. Also, don't forget, we have these wonderful commands that you can use to celebrate whenever an event like this... Oh no, I forgot to turn it on. That was embarrassing. Like, watch this. Let me turn it on. Ah, this is bad. Okay, so they're built up to a shadow ball. We should survive that rock slide. Wow. Calculated. We are up a shield. Somehow. When did that happen? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I took a shield with the seed bomb on the Trevenant. So now they're at 2 seed bombs, I think, if I counted right. I'll survive the second. And I should be able to get a bulldoze off. If I keep both shields, they need anti-knocked-out, which they had in the G-Fisk. Do they have double anti-knocked-out? Do they have like a G-Fisk Steelix backline? That would be craziness. They do. Interesting. They're gonna just Psychic Fangs? Yep, that's fine. I think we've done enough here. Like, they're within V-Create range now, surely. And that Dragon Tail shouldn't KO. Oh, hello. Ah, that's bad. Bummer. Okay, well, we would have lost anyway. Because we weren't up to a body slam. Ah, bummer. Just lost everything we gained. What are we at now? 26.57. This has been a wild roller coaster of a season. Wild. I guess when it gets too far, I guess I can do something about it. But I am currently Sunshine Cupping right now. Yes, they are still Go Battle Day set. So it's 10:30 in the evening for me right now. Currently 503241. Oh, hello. Go ahead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 7 is 63. I'm going to let that go. So now they're at another body slam. We drew out the Noctowl though, which is good. If we hold on to the shield, then they'll probably be less likely to want to shield themselves. Well, no, we have to shield once. Hopefully they got Vig in the back. Throwing one earlier because I imagine they'd be expecting... I was expecting them to catch on 5. Oh, G-Fisk. Okay, this is good. How good, though? I think the Donphan was dry when it came in. That did more damage than I thought it would. Yeah, look, I should be able to, like, we go at the same pace to the Seed Bomb and the Rock Slides. I'll be able to survive whatever the Donphan throws at me. Just be able to farm it down. But I am interested to see how much a Body Slam does to a Trevenant from a Shadow Donphan. Oh, Earthquake! Wow! Oh, that was a gross miscalculation. What? 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 The fuck? That was a very big almost fail. It had like legitimately twice as much energy as I thought it did. It's like that scene in Starsky and Hutch, the movie, where Starsky's playing like Russian roulette. He thinks the gun's not loaded, but it is. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You do that. And I've lost count. That is something that happens to me quite often, particularly when I'm on stream. I've just plumb forgotten how many wing attacks this thing's thrown. That many. Oh, yuck. I tried to wait a turn, but it's so hard to stop tapping. I'm really trying to get into the habit of waiting a turn to avoid catches. Okay, so the Trevenant does have a Shadow Ball built. Oh, I'm not gonna get... I have to try and call a bait, because I'm not gonna confusion this thing down. That had more HP left than I thought it did. Bought a GoFest ticket, but I think it might just be a Niantic hating angry mob in a park when it arrives. I'm sure GoFest would be fun. GoFest, I don't think they've had any problems with GoFest since the first one, right? I don't think they've had a GoFest that sparked public outcry since number 1, right? Goji, I know that trainer. If this is the Goji I'm thinking of, this is a streamer. 8, 9, 10. $11, $12. I'm going to let this go and get one Confusion of Farm. Or they are just going to switch straight out. $9, $10, $11, $12. That's a lot of energy. $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. So the third Pokemon could be just about anything. Shit. And that is the actual worst thing it could possibly be. Like, there is nothing in the Pokemon universe that would have been worse for us than that. I think that May, the Korean player you've rated a few times. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so they like throwing straight away with Noctowls. Ah, no, that's the time to bring in the Trevenant, you dunderhead. You absolute Jack of Nine Tails. I don't know what that means. Jack of Nine Tails? You seething drone of pickles. So I'm worried about that Noctowl. That Noctowl still has plenty of energy. Plenty of HP, sorry. They won't shield this. And again, that third Pokemon could be just anything. Wow, this is an interesting development. We've got the 2 shields. They've got none now. Very interesting. Can we build up to 2 seed bombs? And how much energy did the Noctowl have? Once again, I've lost track. Mud Bomb, that's pretty smart of them. Shit. I've got to shield this, because if I don't, then they could just come back in. Oh, fuck. And farm me down. I knew that Noctowl was going to come back in. Hopefully it's low enough HP. Let's go! It's really, really nice. It's a great feeling beating a Noctowl with a Trevenant. Why are you jacking a Ninetales? And what form is it? You'll find out when you subscribe to my OnlyFans. Also, this schedule that was just under me, that's a bit out of date. Waka House. I normally switch out here. There's a Noctowl, perfect. Yep, they threw the Sky Attack, that's fine. Ah! I'm gonna shield this. I'm gonna get the double shield. I'm gonna not get the double shield, use the double shield. So now this thing can build up as much energy as it wants. It's not really going to matter against the Trevenant. They're going to farm me down. Oh, double flyer! Are they going to Brave Bird or Feather Dance? Because does a Brave Bird KO? Ah! Okay, we CMP tied on that. This will 100% KO. And we should beat the Vigoroth from here, right? Right? It'll take 2 seed bombs. Now the Vigoroth did have a lot of energy. Maybe that's gonna bite me in the butt. We can take another Bulldoze pretty easily. Oh, maybe not. I think we've lost. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Goji with the raid. Hey, buddy. Goji running the Obstagoon in the back. Immortal Tomato says, I'll subscribe to your OnlyFans. Also, hi. Fish in an oven. Fish heating up. JH Padid. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Raichu FW, g'day. Goji says GG. GG, buddy. How was your stream? Crazy Kid, what's up? Saludos desde España. Buenos días. Try Goji 0408. That's all I know. That's it. Oh, I mean, gracias. Huh? Did you misspell Spanish? 1x Quest X1. Thank you for the follow. So this is Pallet Town PvP. There's a few different streamers that stream on this channel. I'm FishOnAHeater from Australia. We also have a few manual. Gross. The old-fashioned way. We also have, Lilybear26 is there, and also Blepnir, who you might have seen elsewhere on Twitch. We do other content as well, GBL analysis content. Goji, did you finish up or down with your ranking? That was 8, wasn't it? Okay, so they're on 6 counters. Ooh. So that is, thank you for the follow, JH Padid. 5, 6. Seven. I did, can do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've drawn out the Noctowl. Hopefully there's no more Obstagoon in the back. We can either KO or get the second shield with our own body slam here. Ooh, oh, wow. We are running into some wild shit as the third Pokemon. Far out. This isn't over. Stowland's actually not very bulky. Ooh, I don't know if that was the right move. I forgot how much energy that... I forgot how much energy the Vigoroth had. We should be able to counter it down. But this is actually going to be pretty scary now. Fuck. Yep, that's what you get for... That's why you need to learn to count, kids. Oh, yeah. Man, that was... Well, I mean, would we have won if we'd let the crunch go? Yeah, we would have. So Hayden says, oh, by the way, I love when my opponent catches my charge attack, then I catch their Brave Bird right after they catch. Yep. Yep. I feel that. Giuliano is back. Welcome in. Elaine says, Stoutland has Ice Fang. Learn something new every day. I'm trying to think. I think I knew that. I couldn't tell you what its second charge move is. So we saw Ice Fang and Crunch. Does it know Body Slam? No. Actually, it might be Body Slam. Play Rough? Really? No. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I should just constantly count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hello. I keep doing that. It's just habit. You don't bring in Victini here. You bring in the Trevenant. That is not a Bulldoze. Although I was talking. And now I've forgotten how much energy the Noctowl had! I could have thrown an extra confusion too. Come on, fish! Come on! What is going on? Focus. Are you really going to go 2 shields down now? Fuck, I think I am. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not going to just auto-quit now. We could still have something here. Oh, getting to that second body slam would have been amazing. Amazing. I can potentially catch 6. I believe that's 6. Seven, 8, 9. And they might not throw on 5 as well. So, it'll be real tough. Of course, it doesn't matter if that switch clock is just not ending. Far out. Just drop the switch timer. Please. Votes on the worst charge move in the game. Worst charge move in the game. In terms of what? Elaine says wild charge. Doctor says worst or worst most annoying. Why not both? Zard's Dragon Claw Blast Burn is annoying me at the moment. I mean, it's annoying if you're not the one using it. It's annoying if you're against the Dragon Claw Blast Burn. Why do I run into so many shiny obstacles? Someone explain. Well, they did have a com day. Swampert Hydro Cannon annoys me, so OP and so quick to load. Switch timer is perfect, but not for your team. No, it's not perfect. Shush all of you. It is far from perfect. Nah, I'm like, honestly, just being locked into a bad matchup for a full minute, especially in a Great League battle, that's horrible. There is no good reason for that. It can be lower. I am going to actually switch into the Victini again. Oh, I tried to tap the V-Create there, which didn't work, but that's fine. We don't need to throw a charge move, do we? Oh, Rock Tomb! Wow. They still shield. Okay, there's the Vig. Okay, pretty happy with that result. Now we can line up. We can line up the Trev against the Claydol. However, they could have Shadow Ball as their second, or Ice Beam as their second move. Rock Tomb and Earth Power. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's a big loss. And I could have built up a little bit more energy. See, I wasn't sure there'd be a Noctowl in the back this time because, like, the Claydol can take out a few of the grass. Like, you know what? No, that's flawed thinking because how many grass poisons are there in this meta? Like, occasionally you see Venusaur and occasionally you see Victory Bell. That's pretty much it. So, like, you still need a heavy anti-grass if you're running Claydol. Which means, once again, we failed to realize there was a Noctowl in the back. We've lost more than one battle. I guarantee it. Yeah, we've lost 3. What if you could choose to play 30-second switch games or 60-second switch games? Oh, yeah, 30 seconds easily. No question. Oh, having the option? Oh, okay. Oh. Ugh. I don't know about that. Okay, so there's probably going to be a Vigoroth in the back. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm actually going to shield the first Sky attack here, because, like, you lose the zeros and you win the ones. So I'd rather shield the first one and give my my Vigoroth as much of a chance to deal with whatever might happen later on. So for example, like if they switch out here or something, but they choose to stay in, which is fine. Six, 7, 8, 9. This is good for us. It would have been really nice if we'd gotten out that second seed bomb. But that's fine. That's bad. That's bad. That's good. Oh, no, it's not good. Shit. What? What? It had the energy for a Shadow Ball. And this thing had the energy for a Bulldoze. Oh, okay, no, okay. That one's explainable because 2 body slams will do more than a Bulldoze. So that's fine. But why did the Trevenant throw Seed Bomb there? Oh, and now I'm just collapsed. I knew I was going to bring this up. Earlier today, I had a 13 win streak with this team. Went up 200 points. Not 200. Yeah, 200, almost 200 points. And now I'm losing it all. I'm on 0-4 for this set. Very, very disappointed. Very frustrated by that. And we've got a Girafarig as the lead in the next set. Well, we can tank a Thunderbolt, I guess. Okay. Okay. We can probably get a shield out of them. And then farm down with Trev. But you know that if they've got Stunfisk here, it's definitely going to be a Noctowl in the back. Luckily for us, they've misjudged the energy and they don't want to spend a second shield. So we might be in the clear. Especially since this thing is running double kick. So we're going to send in the Trevenant. We should still survive this. Which, not that it entirely matters. Wow, that thing had so much energy, but we have to keep it. They're not going to get to another Psychic Fangs. So that Noctowl is going to come straight in. No? Ooh. Now we've got the energy lead. But that little extra bit of damage with the double kicks might put us in sky attack and wing attack range. So, Body Slam won't KO from here, so we've just got to hope we can count it down. No. I mean, I think we survive. Just. Yeah, no. And normally at this time of the night, wow, 2500s. Normally at this time of the night, we'd take a break and do some play some Squirtle. That's a fun little refresher, but I've got some sets to get through. Like, I've got to get through these sets for Stardust. I need to play 8 more battles to get the next. Yeah, look, we're not going to get to 80 tonight. I'm disappointed we aren't getting this end one here, this final reward. Anyway, Pokemon Master AU says, no thanks. How much chat have I missed? Like, if there was variety and content with choice in GBL Madness. Juhis says, hi, don't curse. Hayden says... Yes, Hayden is setting things straight. So what are we at now? 2572. Jeez. Like I said, when I won 13 in a row earlier today, I was like, hang on, let me refocus this camera. When I won 13 in a row earlier today, I was like, okay, I think we might finally get back to where we were at the start of the season. And then I just went straight down again. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that's... I've said a few times that I play worse on stream. No, you get good, Hayden. I should have let this first one go. Oh, hello. So, with those frame drops, I'm not actually exactly sure where they're at on energy. I think they're on 1. Oh, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I imagine they're going to come back in with the Swampert and try and throw a Hydro Cannon. We're going to swap straight into the Trev here to catch it. There we go. Hayden gets it. Oh, well, that's a win. Goodbye, Pilot Swine. Start of a 5-0 run? Toasty. Oh, yeah. I love that description. Toasty. Fish in a toaster. No, it doesn't work, does it? Yeah. I see no problem with that. Okay, this is where we want the Obstagoon. We absolutely have to maintain switch advantage. That is vital. Now, I only counted 6 wing attacks. Now here's the problem. They can double shield and farm us down. Yep, and I think that's their plan. Which, of course, they would do that. Because they had such a bad lead to begin with, right? Now what do we do? We've got to keep the shield. Oh, sweet and merciful crap. No, there is no way we're winning this. That was why it was so vital to win switch there. In fact, look, the Trevenant could have actually swept us under the right circumstances. Okay, so no 5-0. That's very disappointing. But I don't think there's any way we could have played that differently, right? Like, we had to get out with the Vigoroth. Now, we could have maybe thrown a Body Slam before sending in the Victini, but even then, I don't think we would have been able to maintain switch there. GHIS8 says you lose next 4 matches. Jeez. Trolling much? Can't Trev with a shield beat Goon? Well, we'll never know. And there's no way we'll ever know. There is no possible way of... 4 turners are bad safe swaps if they counter swap. Yeah. I have found fast move pressure to be absolutely essential in this meta. So I'm pretty set on confusion. I hesitated very badly there. Wasn't sure what exactly to do. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, now we'll keep the shield. And we will try and farm down with Victini. We will have to shield another wild charge. Oh, that's annoying. We didn't get that extra confusion in. Five, 6, 7, 8. Well, I mean, that is an absolute shield. There is no reason not to shield that. They went for the earthquake. Oh no! Oh man! Come on! The fuck! Oh no! Did the meta change in the half hour it took me to get from work to here? Fuck. Dragon Sky says, how's the Go Battle Day going? Well, Dragon Sky. Sit down. Oh, man. I hope someone clips that. Four, 5, 6. So I'm going to shield the first one. We want to try and win the one shields. I don't think I can count it down. Okay, so that's the problem with shielding the first one, is that they can now choose to go into the rest of the battle with a shield advantage. Ooh, this is an interesting development. 3, 4, 5. Are they going to try and farm me down? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're at 99. There's that first shield. So they're okay. 100 energy. Oh, they blind through there. Ah, acrobatics, bummer. 40. Okay, phew. I was like, okay, so they can... so, like, we could build up to 100 ourselves there. And then get to a seed bomb, then a shadow ball. Without spending our shield. And we could just shield the last acrobatics from jump up and get to a B create against that. So they saw that there was no win con left. Hey Slim Sadie, how are you? Man, now I'm kind of thinking, like, where did that freak out come from? The meta changed for me at 2850, but only the sender. But only the sender that I was against players who knew what they were doing. I mean, I've been saying it for a long time. Like, you don't... 3, 4, 5, 6... I'm gonna have to shield. 8... you don't play at like 2600 one day and you're against scrubs and then you're at 2800 and suddenly everyone knows what they're doing. Like, it's the difference between 26 and 2800 is nothing. Like, look at this. I've been between 25 and 2700 twice tonight. Okay, now I don't know what the third Pokemon is. G-Fisk, Blaziken. It could be double counter user. I think I've seen that team already tonight, so I am going to stay in. Oh, go back in with Vigoroth. Oh, that's really bad. I met the one person who shadow balls the Trevenant in the mirror. And that G-Fisk has a move loaded. Between 1600 and 2600 is something also. That's true. 2600 to 2800, even 2900s are roughly the same. Becomes more luck-based depending on baits, spicy moves, etc. Doctor says that they would disagree. As someone who isn't very good, I see a big shift over 2800. My 3-2s become 2-3s and 4-1s to 1-4s. Yeah, like think about all of the people you've played in whatever elo you're at. Think of all the people you've played so far this season that are a higher rank. That, like, people in the 2700 or 2600s that have an expert badge or a legend badge. People in the 2800s that have a legend badge. Like, they've gotten to 3000 and then dropped 200 points. How can you possibly judge what skill level they're at? Are they at 3000? Are they at 2400? Like, I've seen I've seen people with legend badges in the 2600s. I think I might have seen ones in the 2500s. I can't confirm that with any sort of confidence, but like, the nature of the game has people rising and falling several hundred elo over the course of, in this particular instance, a single day. Let alone, like, the week that a meta is in play. And for me, that is the biggest reason why you cannot judge a person's skill level based on their current elo. Like, a person who is at 2800 elo could have any amount of skill, whether they're better or worse than you. Like, we saw someone in the 2600s running Muddy Water Swampert earlier tonight. How does that even be a thing? I just want to play GBL. I have so many top IFT people at my rank. Top IFT people. Someone clip this. What do you mean clip this? Right. You just want to play and you have people top lefting? Oh, really? Okay, so your top lefting is an actual, like, problem for you. My elo is rated by all games. What do you mean? Okay, so I'm going to go back to no shielding. And I'm actually going to let this Vigoroth go down. I am going to allow them to win lead so I can get an extra confusion on the Victini. Maybe even two. Nope, just one. Ooh. Interesting. 3, 4, 5. We're going to win CMP. We're definitely going to shield. I feel like we're in a good position, but I've felt that before. To no avail. Cool, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will double V create here. They have thrown a move. So we are going to... They're in farmable range. They can't get to another move now. And we have a shield advantage. Don't be a Pidgeot. For the love of all that... Oh. Okay, so Artemis was saying that we can win this in the 1 shields. Sorry, in the 1-0 shield. Which better be fucking right. I can't see us winning this. Like, how could we possibly outpace them to another Night Slash? Okay, we've outpaced them. But now, are we going to be able to farm down the Claydol? I think we might be able to survive 1 confusion, maybe a second. No, not a second. No, we won't survive a second. Maybe we survive 1 confusion. Far out. This is just shit. Suddenly losing everything. Like, we were winning non-stop, and now we can't buy a win. I should have read through the chat before I started the next battle. Sorry, guys. I will catch up on that. So that's going to be Rock Slide. That's another Rock Slide, so that's fine. We will let that go. Now we know the Noctow's in the back, so we are going to send in the Trev here. Four, 5, and we don't mind at all at losing HP here. The trouble is, the Vigoroth, I don't think is going to be able to beat the Donphan in the ones. So, hang on, we've won that one before. What did we do last time? What did we do last time we faced this team? You know what? I think we still had Victini last time. Oh yeah, Artemis says, clip that thing about the rising and dropping hundreds of points. Out of my last 2 sets, at least 3 of the 5 have been freebies. Wow. Hey Dylan, welcome in. It is stupid. Yeah, I can imagine if you just want to battle. Artemis says, I love the PvP discussions though. Jiggy Jmart says, Rise was using that. What was Rise using? I can't judge an individual I'm against by where they are, but I can judge my own poor play. The higher I climb, the more consistently I see battlers overall. Better players overall. I don't know why I read that as battlers, which affects my elo, if that makes sense. I would... I can't tell you that you're wrong about that, because, like, that's your experience. You're watching you battle, so you would know. I would guess though that you're not playing as bad as you think. I think you might be convincing yourself that you're playing worse because you're facing higher battlers. And I think that might be a bit of a trap that I fall into as well. When every time I think I'm finally getting back to my peak, I tend to go on big 0-5 runs and stuff like that. So there's got to be something psychological there. And I suggest possibly that's what's happening with you too. Adam says, at least you know you can beat Goon with a shielded, but yeah, we learned that. Today we learned. Yusei's here. Hey. Yusei, once again, catching me when I'm at a low point. I was so up and about at the start of this stream. Kawaii, welcome in. How you doing? Does Victini learn Psycho Cut? It needs speed. It's not that bad. Quick attack does do okay, yeah, but I need that that fast move pressure. You are a legend in my heart. Oh, thank you. You say you're a legend in all of our hearts. And Artemis points out he has hit legend before. So I'm also a legend on paper. For like 6 months now. It's either 2 or 3 seasons now. I haven't been able to do it. 2 seasons now. Well, I didn't hit legend last season, and I still haven't been able to hit it this season. I can't see myself hitting it this season. It's alright, not always about hitting legend. Having fun means more than rank or titles. Yeah, look, I'm gonna be totally honest. In principle, I completely agree with you. It's just in practice, I don't think that it plays out that way. Like, I think so many, and I think this is because I'm a vain person. So I am, I think, overly sensitive to how I'm being perceived and what people think of me. But I do think that a lot of people, the vast majority, I suspect at least, that the vast majority of people do make judgments. When I'm going on these massive loss streaks, I picture people coming through the stream and thinking, well, this guy's no good, and then dismissing me. And that is a painful thought. And like the obvious rebuttal to that is, well, the people who matter will get it and will understand. And that's where I talk about, you know, my vanity in that, like, it's, I would like it if I could just say, well, yeah, the people who really matter, like the people whose opinions matter, get it. But at least for now, I can't help but take all those others' opinions into account and take them seriously. That Shippo Hippowdon being top notch. Have you used Shadow Hippowdon? Because I was saying before, like, I think fast move pressure is like the way to go in this cup. Well, when you run Shadow Girafarig, Shadow Flygon, Shadow Alolan Executor, it's warranted, I suppose. Jeez, you say. You're a mad person. Kawaii says, not long finished my battles for the day. Went 55-45 overall, which is fine, I guess. Okay, yeah. I'd be happy with that. Well, no, I probably wouldn't be happy with that. I'd probably expect more of myself. Doctor says, oh no, I am shite at not being humble. You are much better than me. Maybe. Quick attack doesn't scare. Trev is the only problem I'm seeing, and I already do have a problem with Trev with this team. Kawaii says, howdy, coach. Hey, mate. Good to see you. The Stone Soul says, gotta detach the fun from the rank. That is very true. That's something that I've known I have a problem with for a while. Tonight, just in an isolated sense, tonight, like, often the problems run even deeper for me, where my like actual happiness is attached to how I'm performing in PvP. Like, it's unhealthy. I have been chatting with people about taking a break for at least a couple of weeks just to try and reset that. Tonight, for whatever reason, while I'm upset at having lost so many battles in a row, hopefully you can tell in my like face and demeanor that it's not like I'm not feeling it on a deep level, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, it sucks. I'm really disappointed, but after I hit stop streaming, I'm gonna go to bed without an issue. Like I'm, like I've had nights where I've like stayed up till 2 in the morning watching TikTok videos in bed because I'm like trying to distract myself from the pain. But no, I'm not in that mood at the moment. Yusei says, don't be feeling dismissed. Inner Bloom says, man, you have a free trip to Japan. Who cares what people think? Oh, yeah. You would think that would make it feel better. That's the funny thing. People who have this general issue to deal with, any sort of success or win that they experience only gives very fleeting happiness. Like, only serves to distract you for a limited amount of time, and then all the problems kind of sink back in. Like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, I beat 69 other players or from all over Australia to earn this opportunity that so many people ache for. So like that should just dissipate all other bad feelings that I might have, but it's not. Yusei says, I feel like I play terrible every day, but I can agree I end up enjoying myself more than most, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, do you say you're literally one of the top battlers on the planet. So like, I don't know if you ever go on these massive loss streaks. Have you? When was the last time you lost? Elaine says, people who know GBL know an O5 set doesn't mean you're bad. I mean, yeah, for sure. For sure. How about a 322? That's pretty bad. For many, rank is the one thing that causes frustration, but also has a ton of appeal because people like numbers going up or down. That is absolutely true. I totally agree with that, you say. That's the nature of being competitive, bro. It's okay. I mean, yeah, that could be a part of it. It's just like being competitive. When you wrap it up in that bow, being competitive, then it doesn't sound as bad. Kawaii says, I'm pretty low ranked elo-wise due to playing cups I have no experience in and lack of resources, also due to not knowing my counts. Is that something you're looking to learn, or is that, like, are you just happy battling and, like, you don't want to put that much effort into improving? Dragon Sky says, the real elo is the friends we made along the way. Meziraz, I hope I pronounced that right, says, it's just how it is when you are competitive. Yeah, so yeah, you're the second person that said that, so maybe there is something to that. Stone Soul says, yeah, you don't look upset over it. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that is the case, because when this happens on stream, I get into one of these moods, and then the fact that I feel like I've provided a bad experience for the viewer then makes me feel worse about how I've acted out. Because I do think that it's not fun watching someone get, like, properly, like, down. Like, antisocially. Like, to an antisocial level. Hayden says, I gotta head off. I still have not had dinner and really need to focus on food. As I also should be sleeping. Well, thank you for your help tonight, Hayden. Doctor says, it seems to be not your skill/knowledge, but more mindset. Recognize when you are internalizing and take a drink, stretch your arms, refocus, and win. You're probably exactly right. Well, I mean, maybe I'm not. Maybe you're not. I like to think that I have all the same knowledge and skill set as those people who consistently make Legend. And I have had conversations with people who are ranked higher than me in GBL who appear, no offense meant to them, but appear not to know as much technically as I do. It might also be a case of like the little 1%ers. Something like the decision to tank an extra charge move in exchange for building up a lot more energy, because I know that that'll help in the end game. I know that a huge deficiency in my skill set is team reading, like reading what's in the backline. So that in metas where I've climbed heaps, like hundreds of points in a week, it's often been those metas that everyone's using the same team. So it's very easy for me to say, okay, well, there's a Stunfisk lead, so there'll be a X in the back. Artemis says, I can beat you, say. Sternuskin with the raid. Hey, buddy. Sternuskin, you came in a very interesting time. We're getting very philosophical, as we tend to do when I lose a bunch. So, how was your stream? My worst day was 8:17, I believe. I mean, yeah. I mean, how did that make you feel? How did you feel when you went 8:17? But I suppose that comes with getting single-moved auto-rec mons. Jeez, you say. Anyone can beat me, I'm just a normal player like everyone else. Elaine says, I've never had a 322... Whoops. I've never had a 322 loss streak, so I must be better than you, say. Sankilo says, Rise went 421 or 322 on stream a season or two ago. Happens to all of it. The fact that you had to specify that it was a season or two ago points out the difference between where he's at and where someone like me is at, where I feel like we're having these conversations every second week because I'm going on constant 421 runs. Finding a common ground is important as the streamer. Absolutely, yeah, and I feel like I'm almost like outside of my own head at the moment, watching this moment happen. I feel like this is much better content than the normal mold stream. I don't think molding is good content, but we're getting like personal. Like I'm talking about stuff that's actually like quite personal, like my own mental health. like we're getting real Dr. Phil in here. And I feel like this is much better content because and it's not like I've made the effort to not let the mold get to me. It's just something that's naturally happened. I don't know what the difference is today as opposed to other days. But yeah, you're right. Like this kind of thing is good to talk about. Kawaii says, I normally sit from 2000 to 2200. Would like to be sitting around 2500 by end of next season. So this is interesting. I mean, I know this wasn't Kawaii's intention, but this is something else that has occurred to me in the past. How often people will, when I do get into a mold state, people will... One way that people will try and console me is by pointing out that they're at a lower elo than me, and that they're like all the people you see on Twitter posting that they've made Legend, like that makes it feel like so many more people are doing it than what actually are. Being a higher elo or higher rank in Silph or whatever, being rated higher in whatever the metric is than others gives me no comfort. Like, I don't take any joy in that. It's missing out on what others are achieving that fosters a bad mindset in me. Seeing people get to this spot that I fully believe I am capable of getting to, and consistently failing to do so. That's that, and only that is what contributes to the problem, I feel. Artemis says, it's fine being passive-aggressive. I have filled the shoes of the winner who went 25-0 a day. Also to the not so unfortunate person to go 322 running mons worse than the top 100 ranked. Artemis says, it's fine being passive-aggressive ain't healthy. Yeah, there you go. Yep, cool. So then we finally get to the Sternison raid. It says, hey Fish, how's it going? Well, I feel like you've gotten a good sense of how it's going at the moment. Sounds like Catacomb meta. Same meta mons. 6 hours full of pain for Sternison, but climbed 300 points. Let's go. I'm proud of you, Sternison. And that's what I'm talking about. This person climbed 300 points in a day. How could you judge what? Elo doesn't matter. And like it's like okay. Another realization is that I keep on trying to preach that message that Elo doesn't, and to say Elo doesn't matter is overly simplistic and dismissive. But if you've been in this stream long enough, you will know what I mean by that. Yeah, like it's like I preach it so much, and yet I act as if I don't believe it. That's bad. Lord Mesh says GBL is weird in that way. Sometimes it can reward technical skills, sometimes it will reward pure instinctual skills, sometimes just simply depends on calling a 50-50 bait, for sure. And there are plenty of coin flips, like plenty of end game situations that come down to there are 4 possibilities here. They bait and I shield, they bait and I don't shield, they nuke and I shield, and they nuke and I don't shield. 2 of those end up in a win, 2 of those end up in a loss. Literally a coin flip. That's I won't. It's unfair to say that's not skill. I don't have any better way of describing that. Like, it is literally a coin flip, but there is skill in understanding the coin flip in that, right? Sternison says, and I think I broke my hand after hitting the table for no reason. That's insane. Sankilo says, you're in the 0.1% of the player base that will take the most out of this game once it's all said and done. That's a really good point that I hadn't considered yet. Like, what I'm... Like, I've... Just as a general contribution to the story of my life, this game has given me so much more than what it will do for most people who turn their hand at PvP. Like I can't even describe how much of the last 3 to 4 years has revolved around this game. Well, ever since Silph came out, right? Silph ruined my life. No, that's I'm being facetious there. Of course I didn't. Like, this has been an incredible journey this last 3 to 4 years. I've always wanted to be ever since, like, for as long as ever, I have wanted to be what I refer to as a storyteller. Nowadays it's just called content creator. But like, I've been through different forms of it. Like, my first job that I ever wanted was actor. Then I like through high school and uni, no, I didn't go to uni. I went to TAFE. tertiary education. Through the rest of my schooling, I went through periods of like being a blogger, doing stand-up comedy. Wanted to be an author at one point. That one didn't get very far, but I've always wanted to. I wanted to be a content creator before content creator was a thing, and Pokemon Go gave me something that I could be both passionate enough about and good enough at to be able to make content around. And so I do suffer from the constant worry, the constant fear that I'm not actually good enough to be doling out advice to people. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. PvP doesn't... Like, if I was more interested in PvP, the whole content creator thing would be easier, would come easier to me. The only reason that I invest so much into this is because I was there from the start. And that has allowed me to get to a point where I am, I believe, in the close to the upper ranks of people at it. Like, if I feel like I'm rambling. I feel like I'm jumping from point to point now without completing a thought. But like I see some people, some of our peers who can like who are just content watching streamed battles, and like will get entertainment and enjoyment and fulfillment out of studying the chess match of that. I can't do that. I can't really sit through a GBL battle. That's why I rarely visit other streamers. Like, I enjoy their company and I enjoy watching their content for them, but the battles themselves bore me. And so there's two things that keep me playing this game, and that is that I'm good at it, and that it's attached to this content creator thing that I've always wanted to be. I get to tell stories around this concept, around this niche. Elaine says, getting completely RPS for every mon in my team grinds my gears more than a lot streak. Yeah, I can imagine that would be very frustrating. Yusei says, yikes, watch out for your hand, bro. Get it checked, please. Stone Soul says, well, Silph doesn't exist anymore, so I get to say that I've participated in every... And, like, I'm interested to know how many people there are out there that played in every single solo Silph meta, because there would not be many. And I'm proud to say I'm one of those people. Kawaii says, see, when I look at my elo, I'm not focusing on the fact that others were better or worse, more so that I've improved over time or dropped, which is awesome. I love that's a good attitude. I mean, well, hopefully you don't get upset if you've dropped, but and obviously your peaks and lows in elo aren't indicative of your actual skill. Yeah, and I know that, and the fear that other people don't know that causes me anxiety. Yusei says, personally for myself, on my days I don't perform my best, I still treat it as a means of improving, because I never want to get stagnant in my skills in the game. So I increase my vast pool of knowledge by running more and more extremely uncommon mons, because information I know for certain picks in all scenarios I will know for the strangest mons. But that alone creates fun for me, neglecting the win-loss ratio of it all. I love that. That sounds so healthy for a start. And like beneficial. Like it sounds like just such a great way of dealing with it. I love it. Stardust says, I'll check my hand later. For now, it's coffee time and watch some others battling. You can go see Nurse Joy. Mesh says, I think the better way to say it is your current elo does not matter. Maybe your average highest elo is the better metric. Yeah. And I totally agree. I'm on record as saying that, like, I've tweeted about that exact thing where, like, if someone's hitting legend season after season after season, constantly on the leaderboards, then of course you can absolutely say this person is one of the best battlers. There are people like me who I've hit legend like 3 or 4 times, but then like most seasons are like this. So, like, what do you take? What would you take if you were to judge my skill based on my elo? Would you take the seasons I've hit legend or the seasons that I finish around 2500? Kawhi says, also, I have the most fun learning weird mons and where they're strong. Last Silph Cup, I used the Evolution team. And yeah, that's right, I remember that. And it was one of my favorite cups so far. Green BV, hello. Welcome in. Sorry, when did that arrive? I'm sorry, we've just been on a big old soul search here. I hope you're doing well, Green Bee. And I hope you're still here. Don't forget to claim all your Stardust for the special task before midnight. Oh boy. It's 12:01 here now. Have I actually missed out? Wow. Wow. So that was $1 well spent. Yep. That's a thing. That's a... Oh, that'd be better if it took up the whole screen. I feel like a lot of frustration and boredom of PvP stems from the meta barely shifting. That's true. But I can't see... I can see the meta changing, but, like, there's also other stuff about it. Like, the whole switch... Like, the whole switch clock thing... Like, I can't tell you how much of a difference I think that makes. Like, it makes getting locked into that matchup for a full minute affects the battles so much. And the interest and the excitement and the fast-pacedness of the battles so much. Oggy Boggy says, do you do raids? Wrong stream, buddy. What an awful event. Slaw says, that is brutal. Yeah, right? I mean, it's only... Like, I only missed out on 8,000 dust. Right? So, like, yeah, it's bad, but it's like... like, how upset am I really going to get about it? We still have 4 battles in this set, so I'm happy to keep on going if you're all happy to stick around. Oh, 3. 3 more battles in this set. 45 switch time. Well, yeah, look, I'll take 45, but 30 with a pausing of the switch clock between Pokemon. That's... I absolutely believe 100%, like 500% that is the way to go. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to deal with this. I have not faced a Victini yet. That's quick attack as well, so... 9. Yeah, I think I have to stay in. So 9. And I don't know if they've got Psychic or Overheat as their second move. 10. I'm going to let the first one go. And then CM... Oh, okay. They've saved one. This is good. We can build up a lot of energy now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Will we be able to seed bomb and farm down? Three. Four, 5, 6. Okay, so yes is the answer to that. They're gonna bring out Noctowl now, aren't they? Oh shit. Shit. Bummer. There's a Noctowl. I guess I have to leave that. I don't have a move on the Vigoroth, do I? So they can farm me down now. Oh, I do have the shield. Can I get to a body slam? Oh wow, that's yeah. That was no good. I did not think they had that much energy. That Victini's still alive. If this Seed Bomb KOs, then maybe we're in with a shot. There you go. Huh. We got there. Running Foul Play might be safer play in Sunshine. That is a good thought. That is an interesting idea. So, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of that? Kawhi says they either need to make changes to core aspects like switch timer or amount of mons on a team, or do a rebalance of certain mons. So, I would love more Pokemon. Like, genuinely, I think that having more than 3 Pokemon in a team would greatly influence the impact of winning the lead on the outcome of the battle. But not being a coder myself, I would have to imagine that would take like unimaginably complicated adjustments to the code of how PvP works. And they tend to break the game when they like introduce new raid Pokemon, let alone completely changing the fundamental coding behind PvP. So the switch timer, they've done it before, so we know they can do it. Greenbee says, I'm still here. Hit Legend today. Congratulations, Greenbee. Was that in Sunshine or Ultra League? Or do nothing and watch player base dwindle? For sure, man. I am DarkIcee here. Welcome back. Fatal34 says, hello, was wondering what team I should use for Sun Cup. Noctowl, Makago, and Venusaur, or Stunfisk Makago and Venusaur. So with the Stunfisk team, your front and back Pokemon are both weak to oh, hang on, no, what am I talking about? I was going to say Noctowl, but no, that's not the case at all. Are you talking about Unnovan or Galarian Stunfisk? Because if it's Galarian, then you are ABA weak to Vigoroth. Noctowl, Makago, Venusaur seems alright. Yeah. No, I mean they both seem pretty good. I mean, it's if the Stunfisk is Unnovan, that is. Keep being you, Fish. Being authentic is much better than being a sheep and following the rest. Thank you, Yusei. That's something I value myself. When I think of the image, my self-image, being authentic and for the most part original, I think is something that I enjoy seeing myself as. So I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot. Ducky says, when do you get Victini? So you got it during one of the GoFest researches, I think. Easy, back on a winning streak. Winning streak of 1. Advantage, Pidgeot, and Noctowl is the biggest. Okay. Are there any disadvantages of Shadow Ball? The amount of no-shielded Trevs that no-shield when you only farm 6 Shadow Claws is hilariously high. Thinking, oh, it's a Seed Bomb. Yeah, I can imagine that. Doctor says, congrats, Green Bee. Remember, being legend doesn't mean you have skill. I sure hope the Green Bee was here for the rest of that conversation. Otherwise, that's very rude. Cons running into a dark type isn't ideal, I suppose. How many dark types are there in the meta, though? There's really just... The only one with any sort of commonality is Obstagoon. I have no faith in Niantic Spaghetti Code. I'd say Vigoroth was most common mon in my battles today. Any cup, Vigor's allowed. It's too good. It's too good. I agree with that. So I will actually make the change. I will make myself a foul play Trev. Well, I won't make it a Trev, and I'll TM my current Trev. Just remind me that it's on foul play. Next time I try and use it for a Silph tournament. Oh. Never mind. Man, I don't know how much time you've all got, but one thing I also find very interesting and would love to talk about, but probably shouldn't, is this whole race to be the new Silph. There's things I want to say about that, but really shouldn't. Really shouldn't. 2-2 incoming? Alright, you've called it. Yusei says, I told people how much of a core breaker a few mons would be if Sucker Punch became a Shadow Claw clone. Oh man, I'd love that. Sucker Punch Shadow Claw clone, let's go. Green Bee says, I'm here, I got in. Sunshine struggled hard. Struggled hard? Really? So, like, was it just constant 3-2s? Trev would be big. Spiritomb is out. Oh, man, Spiritomb would be amazing. Having skill doesn't mean you hit legend. Say it. Preach the truth. Hey, Will. How you doing? Can we have a shout-out? I don't know if we can have a shout-out to Yusei. Can we have a shout-out to both Yusei and Will if we've got any mods in the chat? Fish told me that Green BV... Fish told me that Green BV. I have faith you are a great player. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. All right. Okay, we switch out to the Vig. The Victini. Ooh, interesting. Swampert wins CMP, right? Yes, it does. I feel like... I shouldn't have double shielded that. I'm guessing Noctowl again. We are not going to bother throwing until they switch in that other Pokemon. There it is. Okay, so this is where foul play has its greatest test. Can we get the Noctowl low enough that we can KO with a foul play? I would love if they use their shield here. Okay, so I think they're on 6 wing attacks. I think they're up to the second sky attack. There's that shield. We are going to... What was I going to say? We are going to beat them to a move. Here. You say. You say. Now, what has the higher damage per energy? Do I throw 1 foul play or 2 seed bombs? What's happening here? I feel like a foul play might have actually KO'd that. Actually, I'm gonna look that up exactly. But, I mean, it worked. The foul play did the job. Green BB says, I'm better at data. You are amazing at data. You're an absolute data champion. A fair few people were discussing it in the AA server last night. I think general consensus was someone has to get it going without too much of a weight. And also, if too many people try to be the new Silph, the player base will splinter between them and do more harm than good. Okay, I'm gonna say it. You're right. I agree with that concept. I think that I have been lucky enough to be involved in some conversations with some parties who are looking to be the next Silph. And I worry that a lot of the talk of being, being united and being for the players and all that, I feel like a lot of that is grandstanding. And I worry that there are a few too many players trying to be the important ones in the room. Now that might not be a problem, even if it happens to be true. Like, it might not end up being a problem. Maybe even if like 3 different entities came up with their own thing, and like everyone just gravitated to one of them and the other 2 fell away, like that's fine. Like as long as the thing that would be bad for the community is if there were actual like competing systems that like are trying to be the one. Like if there were multiple competing systems and they were all like treating it as a rising tide lifts all boats situation, then that would be great. I'd be fine with that. But if they were all like, yeah, if they were all trying to be the dominant one, then that would be really bad. You know who could be knocked out soundly? Heliolisk. Too bad it sucks. If the game was perfect and Niantic cared, could Silph be done in-game, or is that a silly... Well, I mean, it's never a silly thought, but... And I'm sure technically it could. I'm sure it's within the realms of possibility, but I'm also sure that it would never be something that happens, ever. 2 seed bombs. There will always be some form of grass roots, but ideally, yeah, it would be nice to have the resources in game to hold these tourneys. Doctor says, thanks. As a bad GBL player only, I wasn't sure how it functions. Mech, ooh, how do I say that? McWedlav says, even if there are several players are not locked in, platforms usually concentrate in one of... What, so do you think they'll all, like, amalgamate eventually? Platforms usually concentrate in one over time. Greenbee says it's going to be fine. Been in contact with multiple as well. I want to help out where I can, but not set up something myself. Yeah, which is great. Like you'll be a huge asset to whatever happens from here. I think there has to be some sort of goal overall. There can be separate entities if they all culminate in one big event. I don't necessarily think they have to all like actually collaborate in that way. They just all have to be supportive. I actually liken it to... I've got a relationship going with the BTW community, beginner to winner, and Sosa Flow's Poker Battle 1, and also Flash Tournaments for everyone. And the 4 of us, I feel like we're all trying to do the same thing, but we're all very supportive of each other, and we all kind of lift each other up. Like, I'm constantly mentioning them. They mention me a fair bit. They... Like, a lot of our goals are the same, and so it allows us all to focus on things with a shared vision. And whatever comes out of this next stage of grassroots PvP, I'd want it to match that kind of relationship that we have. Yeah, the idea of, like, we're all trying to do the same thing, we can all help each other out, we all work together better as a united entity. Not united entity is probably the wrong word. We all working together, we are greater than the sum of our parts. McWedlav says Silph could be a campfire feature, but they won't make it. Oh, I mean, yeah, and like, I don't even blame them for that. Like, it sounds very difficult. I just hope these people looking to replace Silph are doing it more for the love of the game and community, and not to be the savior of grassroots. Yeah, and that's what I was worried about. Like I've been hanging out in the grapevine, and the way I'm hearing, like I'm getting feedback from this person and that person, and and by the way, I consider myself very lucky to be relatively connected. I will often hear people talk about who they know, and it sounds like they're big noting themselves, and I hope I'm not coming across like that. I consider myself very fortunate to be in a position where I can be involved in these discussions with people who are, you know, boots on the ground kind of thing. And also I'm talking with people who are also dealing with those people. So just like my biggest concern at the moment is that these actors that are... actors is the wrong word. These entities that are... these players that are saying... or these players that are wanting to fill this role, they are saying that they're doing it for the community when it's not actually really for the community. It could be both. It could be... actually, and I don't... it could be both. It could be equal amounts self-interest versus interest in the community. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I guess one of my... I'm going to quickly look up that Seed Bomb versus Foul Play thing. So we want Trevenant versus Vigoroth. %36% versus 34%. So Foul Play does 2% more than a Seed Bomb. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, so one of my favorite scenes in a movie comes from Superman, the original 1970s Superman. Just after Superman has made his first ever rescue and has revealed himself to the world, he's back at the Fortress of Solitude, and he's having a conversation with his father, the recording of his father, and the father says feelings of vanity are fairly natural and are nothing to be ashamed of. You just have to make sure you never let those feelings get in the way of your duty to humanity. And the reason I loved that is because, number one, it's so profound. It's like giving you permission to have kind of to giving you permission to be a little bit selfish, and also just reminding Superman to always keep his eye on the prize. And I thought the reason I loved it is because it was so applicable, I felt, to so many situations that I was going through in life. And I think that can apply here. Maybe it's fine to be self-interested. Maybe it's fine to want to be the big kahuna, the head honcho. As long as you don't let it get in the way of your duty to this grassroots community. McWedlab says, because for users there is an advantage to be in a large network. Think of Facebook or Airbnb. Yeah, certainly. What is the context of that statement? Sorry. For users there is an advantage to be in a large network. Oh yeah, okay. So that makes the user experience of this next grassroots phase better. If the player base isn't divided, if we're all united, then that makes the overall experience better. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Freezy's here. G'day, Freezy. What is up? The End of the Void says, do you have Lantern? Yes. Kawaii says, imagine if you could organize tournaments through Campfire. It would be cool. I I agree with that. Good to be connected. You don't come across as that, I don't think. I appreciate that. Thank you, Will. And Kawaii confirms that. I like that. My favorite is from superhero movie Spider-Man 2002. Both comic book movies. Are you talking about a specific scene or just the movie in general? Mezeraz says, open my gift. Unfortunately, we reserve that for people who are actually on my friends list at the time. So I'm happy to refund those points. They won't go to waste. Whoops. I think I might have accidentally not refunded them. I'm sorry. I can't give that back. Because we talked about competing platforms, yeah. Yusei says, being skeptical is healthy. It's supposed to reflect a willingness to question and doubt. A key characteristic of a thinker, where one's mind tends to go, is typically based off one's personal beliefs on what is good / bad, which is different for everyone. Take things at face value as opposed to in written form. I really enjoy that perspective. I guess part of the reason I'm worried is because, like, anything I say publicly can also get back to some of those players who are, like, I don't want... If Pallet Town PvP, if myself and Pallet Town PvP ends up being involved in any significant capacity in what comes next, I don't want these words that I'm saying to be a red flag to any of these people that I could potentially work with. These are concerns that I have, but they don't affect my willingness to work with these players and come out with something that, like, yeah, because, like, if, for example, any of those people happen to be watching, I might not be talking about those people, but they might think that I'm talking about them, and then, like, I've suddenly called their character into question. I'm saying, like, hey, I don't think their motives are as pure as they say they are. So, like, that is a very serious thing to be saying out loud, and it's coming from a place of not knowing how to shut my mouth. So I hope it doesn't affect my relationship with anyone who might be pursuing these goals. Kawaii with the dab redeem. Here you go, Kawaii. Wagner Face 67, thank you for the follow. Luckily, the Go community isn't full of big egos, so everything will be fine. The whole movie, cool. How could you not be involved? That's a loaded question. Anime Lover Frog, thank you for the follow as well. I was so shocked when you didn't win OCIC. You got to be a part of our community. Are you what community specifically are you talking about? We need FishOnAHeater. Okay, yeah, just the general Pokemon community. I mean, look, I'm not going to be around forever. I have been saying it for a long time. When I feel like I've gotten as much as I can out of this game, I'm gonna have to move on and pursue other things. I have a list of things that I want to pursue in as much depth as what I've done for PvP. I do want to get back into poker, because when I started Pokemon Go PvP, I, at the time, was just starting to learn how to play poker. And that was cut hugely short. I was making progress, but, like, that was cut drastically short by discovering Pogo PvP. And so I would really like to get back into that. Also, like, I've got... Oh, you can't see it now. Can you? Yeah, you can see that guitar there at the back. Like, I haven't picked that up in months. Like, I like, I want to be able to, like, practice that to a point where I could just, like, pick it up and just, like, bust out songs at a party. Like, and piano as well. Oh, man. I want to get back into martial arts. I used to do Wing Chun Kung Fu for a bit. Money was a bit of an issue there, as well as time. I I used to do football. I was a football umpire, and I've stopped doing that. So like, my life has basically been like work and this, and to be fair, my work is varied and interesting, which keeps me sane, I guess. But it's still like it's work and this. It's like, I used to have personality. Yusei says, hi, it's oof, exposed. Kawaii says 10 out of 10 dab. Doctor says not at all. The opposite from what I've read here. Yusei, Yusei is what you like. Yusei puts a lot of effort into not being an ego, like not being egotistic. Like, that sounded horrible. No, let me. Yusei is very deliberately humble. Humble is the word. Like, not egotistical. Like, yeah, humble. You put a lot of effort into being a humble person. Green Bee says, I learned how to play poker. You learned how to play yesterday? I'm amazed that you only, like, I don't know why, but in my head, I was like, this guy's a poker player. I'm amazed that you only learned how to play yesterday. K9 says, hey, now that Pogo is dying, you'll have plenty of time. It's been dying for a very long time, and I've stuck around. Like, so many people have dropped off. Those dropped off. Inadequates has dropped off. Wallowers dropped off. Like, all of the, like, so many names. Like, a lot of people who, like, they were the top of the top of the top. There have been a lot of people who are, like, slightly under that rung of the ladder that have also dropped off. Like, it's been dying for a long time, and yet I've persisted. Renaissance man. Jack of so many talents, master of none. It's so hard to do more than one recreational thing at a time. I completely agree. McWedlab says, what are you working in? So, I have multiple jobs, and I do each one for like 2 or 3 days a week. So, on Mondays and Tuesdays during the afternoon, I run poker games. So, I'm still involved with poker. I just don't play much. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, I host pub trivia nights. So it's a weekly, pub trivia game. People come and, we get our regulars that come to the same venue each week. So yeah, I'm hosting those. And also many, but not all Fridays and Saturdays, I am working either as a wedding MC or... there's a company called Ace Nights which does like entertainment for fundraisers and bucks shows and whatnot, and I work in that kind of entertainment space. Don't let your mind run away with you. It's nothing like that. Also, every now and then I actually travel interstate to help out with Poker Series, which is like a festival of poker where there's a whole bunch of events that run over the course of like a week or something, all leading up to a main event where the biggest prize money is available. So when that happens, I will book my accommodation, stay at an Airbnb with other tournament directors who are working in that series, and just like I'll be working until 2-3 in the morning, then come back to the Airbnb, collapse into bed, and then wake up at 11, scoff down some cereal, and then head back into the venue to continue on the next day. And like, that sounds like what's the fun in that? Like, I find it fun just doing something that I feel I'm good at, being a tournament director in a new setting. I find really fun. It's like the whole week, because your sleep and your food intake is so fucked up. Like you're running the whole week on adrenaline, and then by the end of the week, you like come home. You get on your flight home and you like sleep the whole way, and you feel like you've been through an experience. Venoraptor says, hi, welcome in. Excuse me, I can pop off. There might be no video proof of that or discussion of that. Or, okay, this isn't going anywhere. Alright, well, point taken. Venoraptor says, hello, could we be friends in Pokemon Go? If you Google Pokemon Go friend codes, you'll find a lot of people who will add you there. Kawaii says, I think a lot of people don't realize Pogo has lasted so much longer than most games do. Yeah, you're right. And, like, we keep talking about when will Pokemon Go end. Like, it could go on forever. Despite Niantic's best efforts. Kawaii says, oh wow, didn't know you were a trivia host. Yeah, so it's a really cool thing where it's not pens and paper. It's little electronic buzzers. I don't know if you ever played Buzz on the PlayStation, where, like, the PlayStation 2 it was, where, you plugged this thing into the USB port, and it led to 4 controllers that you'd give everyone in your family, and, like, there was the colored buttons on there, and the big red one at the top. We don't have the big red one, but we've got, like, A, B, C, D, E on this. It's a little electronic buzzer. All the questions come up on the screens around the venue, and I'll read them out on the mic as well. And players will punch in their answer. It's all multiple choice. It's all scored in real time. So after each question, like, they'll get 15 seconds to answer a question, and then after the 15 seconds is done, it'll pop up with the answer and how many people got that right or didn't get it right or didn't answer. So it's a really, really fun concept. It is Friday says, OMG, Fish is a stripper. He does male bucks nights. Secret's out. Nah, so one of the things that Ace Nights does is they do, like, horse racing nights. So I have to turn up and pretend to be a dodgy bookmaker and give people odds on these, like, they get fun money to play with, and, like, they place bets on these pre-recorded races. Like, we have these little old-fashioned betting boards with the little, like, knobs that you got to twirl to change the odds, and I'm wearing, like, a trilby and a vest. And saying, yeah, are you having a bit of a flutter, are you? what odds would you like? I'll do you a good deal. And then, people try and win the most money they can. McWedlab says, we cannot expect that everyone whom we like sticks around forever. I think it's also a little healthy if the scene renews itself like a year ago or so. Most people did not know it's Axon and the other great players, and now everyone knows them. So change isn't necessarily bad. That's absolutely true, yeah. I just thought of, what was it? I think, wasn't it a Bill Hicks? Wasn't it a Bill Hicks stand-up where he goes, like, where he's talking about how everyone says, oh, the Earth is dying, and he's like, no, the Earth is fine. Like, humanity might kill themselves. Humanity, like, might wipe themselves off the face of the Earth, but the Earth has been around for billions and billions and billions of years before us, and it will be around billions and billions of years after us. They'll shake us off. No, it's George Carlin. That's it. It was George Carlin. He finishes it off with, the Earth will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. That thought occurred to me when I was thinking about, like, that concept of, like, the player-based renewing, where we are talking about it as Pokemon Go is dying, Niantic is dying, where it could just be all of the people in our personal community is leaving, and they're just being replaced with someone with new people, and they might have just as many players as, like, after we're all gone, they might not lose player numbers overall. They're just all new players that we've never met. Maybe, I don't know. It could be a thing, but yeah, like, it's totally great point with, like, yeah, names like It's Axon and like who are some of the other people that, like, no one would have known? Me? Like, I don't know how many people knew me before OCIC. Zardy, I didn't know Zardy's name. I think he's been a popular content creator, but, like, I didn't know who Zardy was before he won his Play Pokemon event. Meweedle, I didn't know him. Ryan on YouTube says hi. Kawaii says, such an interesting set of jobs. Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm really thankful that all of my jobs have the flexibility to be able to work together with each other. Lorda Dan Thierry, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the stream. We're doing a lot of talking. I hope you're interested in more than just battles, because we're doing a very, very deep dive into our psyches at the moment. Will says, nuts to that, I want all the people I like around. Crazy portfolio of jobs. Will says, I love PS2. Kawhi says, I manage a wholesaling liquor company in rural New South Wales, so I get to travel a fair bit. But all the towns are tight, so you don't go to... Excuse me, so you don't go to, like, capital cities often? It's all regional towns, which I think is cool in itself. Like, I think that would be really interesting. Depends on how social you are, though. I remember I had to spend a night in Broken Hill once, and that was a complete accident. Which is a story on its own. But I had to spend a night in Broken Hill in New South Wales, which is, for those who don't know, a regional town, about halfway between like Adelaide and Sydney or something like that. I might have gotten that wrong, but I had to spend a night there, and I went to the local pub, which was the only thing in the whole city that was open. And like, I just, because I'm not a very social person, I just sat there, ate a schnitzel, and listened to the band. Like, everyone around me was like getting drunk and having fun with each other, and I felt a bit self-conscious being in the middle of the room, being the only loner there. So it depends on how social you are. If you're a very social person and can make friends anywhere, then I imagine going to regional towns would be fantastic. Will says, I loved playing GTA 3 and Guitar Hero on PS2. I never played GTA 3. I played San Andreas. San Andreas. And definitely loved me some Guitar Hero. Which versions did you have? I, of course, also like if the people I like stick around, but change can also be good. Oh yeah, I've seen ones similar when I worked in... Oh, cool. Yeah, you've seen those game show types. You should stream that. Oh, now that is a good idea, but there would absolutely be licensing problems there. I have actually, and I would like to pick it back up again. I have run a game show on this channel before. I think this was back when it was just the FishOnAHeater channel, not Pallet Town PvP. No, I think it was Pallet Town PvP at the time. But we only did it once. We invited the boys from the BTW podcast, so it was Wildcat, Dino, and Astro. This was before Matthew Breaker was on board as well, so it was just the three of them. And we had a game show, which I think Dino ended up winning. And I really want to do that again, because that was so fun. It's I reckon it's still on YouTube if you do a real deep dive in the Pallet Town PvP YouTube channel. How long till we play this game 5? Taking bets now. I'm on the edge of my seat. The longer we keep him talking, the longer the stream. What's our numbers looking like? We are dropping numbers, but it's still pretty decent. I think we're at a peak of like 80 something before. But some people are getting fed up. I mean, not many. Like, a lot of you have stuck around, which is amazing. I'm really glad you're all invested in this real talk. Then again, take your time, FishOnAHeater. You look dapper in the signature leather jacket outfit. Thank you, Will. Appreciate it. Mary Starfly's here. G'day. McWedlab says, imagine Pogo being fine and sticking around for billions more years. Statustan and Bird Power. I believe I knew who Statustan was. Bird Power, I didn't. So that's a really good example. We'll need those names if you dipping out on us, FishOnAHeater. I mean, I could be around for years longer. I don't know. It'll happen. It'll happen at some point. Yeah, you say confirms. Everyone knew Stan. In the casual communities I'm in, it's just a constant rotation of new players and people stopping. And does that make it hard to create like valuable connections with those people? Or Majority of the locals of the areas these players belong know them very well. Yeah, of course, yeah. So you're right. Like it's, they've. It's hard to break into a social situation where everyone's already friends with each other and they know each other so well. But then, like, if you're traveling to these cities for work, then surely you'll have like work acquaintances that you might be able to go out with or something. And that, again, that's if you're a social person. But to the overall community, not as much unless you've done things like gym breakers or global tourneys. Yeah, for sure. Much talk, no problem. Dylan says, I love Broken Hill. Kawhi says, biggest town we deliver to is 40,000 people and smallest has a population of 8. Wow. Yeah, country pubs are hard if you don't like talking to random people. Guitar Hero 3 was the best rendition. I'm pretty sure I played 3. The one that I played the most was World Tour. That was the first one I had, and it's the one that, like, yeah, I thrashed. 3, I remember playing a fair bit, and yeah, that has some bangers on it. I meant the dodgy bookmaker thing. We'd love to see that. Oh, right. I'm sure that would be fun for a minute. Sure. Cheng says, learning from Amaranth. Kawhi says, we're starting to hit degen hours for Australia, though, so it makes sense for a bit of viewership drop. That is fair. I don't know what the breakdown of Australian viewers versus the rest of the world is. I know the Americans are waking up, and it's about middle of the day for the Europeans. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to do our last battle of the night. And just to repeat tonight's top story, completely wasted $1 on this research. Got through about 50 battles and did not collect my Stardust before midnight. GBL movement. Let's go. Gorgeist. 3, 4. Ooh, hello. Incinerate. Ooh. That's even more interesting that they threw the 4th Incinerate. Well, we have to shield that. Perfect. Oh, that could not have gone any better. Yep, you don't shield that, buddy. Ooh, interesting that they did not throw there. Yeah, we're just staying in. We are fine with this. Oh, look, another body slam. Quit. They're not gonna quit. That battle was over like a minute into it. Ah, Yes. Valid point, you say. That's why they didn't quit. Well, we ended with a 3-2. And some memories. Kawhi says, we do love a pumpkin boy. You thought Trevenant was a core breaker. Wait for Gorgeist. I mean, we handled Gorgeist just fine. Gorgeist was not a problem. Draco does. Welcome back, buddy. Oh boy, today is the battle day. Almost forgot about it. Well, I'm glad I was able to remind you. I took Gorgeist to Brisbane Regionals for a bit of spice. Did you run it with Hex or Razorleaf? Can't wait for next season to play Pokemon so I can bring some more spice. I love it. And I'll probably be able to meet you there that time. Cartoon Sunday says hi. And AV Lopez once again asking, you want to trade? No. Like, don't ask streamers if they want to trade. Oh, we're back up to 2573. Woo! What's happening next season? Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. I mean, so it's too easy to say the game will work fine. Like, let's give something. I think Niantic will announce that they're merging with Meta, and will focus their efforts on redoubling they'll focus their resources on redoubling the efforts to create an AR world. $25.73. $25.73. So did we gain or fall today after all that? We did gain. 29 points. You beauty. What an absolute roller coaster. Like, that is so little movement for how, like, to have risen and fallen so much and then end up so close to where we started. That is ridiculous. That is nuts. Nyan meta incoming. Nyan meta. Oh god, VRAR. Is your favorite shiny? What's my favorite shiny? I like Espeon. Hey, I thought you were going to bed. Alright, let's find someone to raid. We have Pokemonster Max is on. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. I know he's been streaming, but I have not raided into him for a long time. We've also got Coolstar, who I haven't seen in a while. So it's out of those two for me. Pokemonster Max and Coolstar. Any preferences? I want to sleep. Shush, I'm in bed. Those beautiful stats are going to waste. Coin flip? Oh, Doms, you have no idea how triggering that is right now. Alright, let's raid. I will flip a coin. Okay, hit. Do I have a coin? I do, but it is out of access. So I've got this Hoyt's Cinemas gift card, and I'm gonna flip that up in the air. If it lands this side up, then I'm gonna raid Pokemonster Max. This side up, I'm gonna raid Coolstar. Ready? I hope it actually like flips. I don't know how aerodynamic it is, but. Is that it? It's the white side. We're rating Coolstar. Alright, so let's pop that command in the chat. I got to make sure I get it right. It is underscore and 05 at the end. There we go. The raid is happening. It is set up. Wait, people still play Pokemon Go? Oh boy. I mean, for how long? We don't know. Can we also have a quick shout out to Pogodoms? Just a real quick one. She has 105 viewers. She does. Yeah, are you saying that's like too much? We should have rated someone smaller. We'll try and catch the next stream if my schedule allows. So the next stream is happening in, I want to say 20 hours from now. So it'll be 9 o'clock my time tomorrow. Basically same time this started. Thank you all for sharing my pain. Thank you for being my therapists for tonight. Oh, this will be the stream that ends me. All right, we are gonna do the raid dance. We're doing the raid dance. We're doing the raid dance. As the timer ticks down, we do the raid dance. Do the raid dance. Woo, woo. 3, 2, 1.